The past few months have been nothing short of brutal for crypto investors. The altcoin market has been decimated, and for many, it feels like the dream of financial freedom through crypto is slipping away. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt dominate conversations, with many questioning whether altcoins will ever recover. But history has shown us that moments of extreme pessimism often precede the biggest opportunities. Despite the downturn, there are strong indications that the market is on the verge of a major shift. Positive regulatory developments, institutional adoption, and macroeconomic factors could be aligning to create the perfect storm for an altcoin resurgence. The key is understanding what's driving the market, identifying the right assets, and positioning yourself strategically before the next big wave hits. In this video, we'll break down the current state of the market, discuss why altcoins have struggled, analyze the potential impact of Federal Reserve policies, and highlight the top coins to watch in February 2025. Most importantly, we'll explore why this could be one of the greatest opportunities in crypto history. If you're ready to make informed moves and position yourself for success, keep watching. Despite the market downturn, we've seen massive positive news. 1. The Trump administration's executive orders to establish a national digital stockpile. 2. SEC clearing out legal obstacles for altcoins. 3. Push for Made in America crypto. But even with all this, prices have been dropping relentlessly. So, what's going on? Why aren't altcoins responding to good news? The reality is that market sentiment often takes time to shift, and many investors are hesitant after the brutal losses of the past months. When confidence is low, even great news can struggle to move prices. Another reason is liquidity. While Bitcoin has been holding strong, altcoins have struggled because capital isn't flowing into them. Institutional investors who drove much of the 2021 bull run have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for better conditions. Until they return, altcoins will have a tough time gaining traction. Additionally, regulatory uncertainty is still weighing on the market. While some progress has been made, there are still unresolved issues regarding taxation and compliance. Until these are fully addressed, some investors will remain hesitant to jump back in. The silver lining is that historical data shows that such periods of negative sentiment often precede major reversals. If you're a long-term believer in altcoins, now is the time to be paying close attention. Right now, sentiment on altcoins is at an all-time low. People are calling this the death of the 4-year cycle, saying we won't see a real altcoin season ever again. But is that true? A closer look at historical data suggests that altcoins have always bounced back after extreme pessimism. Every major cycle has had moments where people declared the end of altcoins, only to be proven wrong months later. We saw it in 2018, in 2020, and even in 2022. Each time, altcoins roared back stronger than before. Part of the reason for the current pessimism is the sheer number of cryptocurrencies in the market. With over 34 million coins in circulation, it's harder than ever to separate high-quality projects from low-effort cash grabs. However, this doesn't mean that quality projects won't rise above the noise. It just means investors need to be more discerning. Another key factor is Bitcoin dominance. Historically, altcoin seasons begin when Bitcoin dominance starts to decline. While Bitcoin has been strong, there are signs that its dominance may be peaking. If and when capital rotates into altcoins, we could see a dramatic shift in market dynamics. It's also worth noting that some sectors within altcoins are still performing well. AI-related tokens, gaming projects, and certain Layer 1 ecosystems are holding their ground better than others. This suggests that the market is still willing to reward innovation even in tough conditions. One major factor is liquidity. Bitcoin is trading at over $90,000, sometimes touching $100,000. So why isn't that money flowing into alts? Big money is currently playing it safe with Bitcoin and the Magnificent Seven in the stock market. These assets are seen as relatively safer investments, especially in an uncertain macroeconomic environment. Investors are prioritizing stability over speculative bets. Quantitative tightening is still in effect, limiting fresh liquidity. The Federal Reserve has been reducing its balance sheet, making it harder for risk assets to rally. Until monetary policy shifts, it's unlikely that we'll see a flood of new capital entering the altcoin market. The crypto market is also experiencing sectoral rotations instead of a full-blown alt season. We've seen mini-seasons focused on memes, AI, real-world assets, RWA, and other niches. This fragmented movement has made it difficult for the broader altcoin market to gain sustained momentum. However, there are signs that this could be about to change. If we see a shift in Fed policy or a breakout in Bitcoin, it could reignite interest in altcoins. Additionally, regulatory clarity, if and when it arrives, could serve as a major catalyst for renewed investment. In the meantime, the key to surviving this period is patience and strategic positioning. Focus on high-quality projects, avoid overexposure to speculative bets, and be ready to act when the tide turns. The Federal Reserve and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent are working on strategies to bring down 10-year Treasury yields. If they succeed, we could see a new period of cheap capital that floods into riskier assets, including altcoins. Historically, when the Fed pivots from tightening to easing, markets react strongly. Equities rally and risk assets like altcoins see massive inflows. This is what fueled the 2020 to 2021 bull run, and it could happen again. Another factor to consider is global economic conditions. Many central banks are signaling potential rate cuts, which could create a domino effect that leads to an environment more favorable for crypto investments. Additionally, institutional interest in crypto is still growing. Even during this downturn, major players like BlackRock and Fidelity continue to expand their crypto offerings. When liquidity returns, these institutions will be first in line to capitalize. If we see the right combination of Fed policy shifts, improved macro conditions, and fresh institutional capital, it could be the perfect storm for an altcoin resurgence. One overlooked factor is retail investor sentiment. Historically, retail participation surges during times of easy money and growing confidence in the market. If the Fed's policy shifts bring renewed optimism, expect a fresh wave of retail investors returning to crypto. Bitcoin, BTC, remains the foundation of any strong crypto portfolio. Its resilience over multiple market cycles has proven that it is the safest bet in the volatile crypto space. With increasing institutional adoption and a potential role in national strategic reserves, Bitcoin is set to remain at the forefront of the digital asset revolution. The potential for Bitcoin ETFs and further regulatory clarity could propel its price to new highs, making it an essential asset for both new and experienced investors. Coinbase, Coin, offers a strong alternative to direct crypto exposure. As the leading exchange in the U.S., Coinbase benefits significantly from Bitcoin's success, acting as a gateway for institutional and retail investors alike. With its expansion into derivatives trading and regulatory compliance efforts, Coinbase has positioned itself as a cornerstone of the crypto infrastructure. Investing in Coinbase stock provides exposure to the broader crypto market while mitigating some of the direct volatility associated with individual digital assets. Solana, SOL, continues to dominate as the most efficient and scalable Layer 1 blockchain. Known for its high transaction speeds and low fees, Solana has positioned itself as a leading competitor to Ethereum. The ecosystem is expanding rapidly, with growing adoption in decentralized finance, DeFi, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and gaming. If it experiences a dip, it could be an excellent buy for those looking to hold for the long term, as its network effects and developer activity continue to increase. Hyperliquid, HLP, is proving its strength during choppy market conditions. Unlike traditional altcoins, which often suffer from extreme volatility, HLP's fee generation model ensures a steady inflow of revenue that helps stabilize its value. Its use case as a liquidity provider for various trading platforms makes it an attractive option for investors looking for a safer bet in the altcoin space. The long-term potential of HLP hinges on the continued growth of the DeFi ecosystem and the increasing need for decentralized market-making solutions. Chainlink, Link, is a top pick in the real-world asset RWA sector. Its ability to connect smart contracts to off-chain data has made it an essential part of blockchain infrastructure. As institutions look to tokenize assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate, Chainlink's Oracle network will play a crucial role in facilitating secure and transparent data feeds. The increasing adoption of Chainlink in both traditional finance and decentralized applications ensures that it remains a strong player in the crypto market for years to come. Mantra OM is another promising RWA token that has shown significant growth potential. With a focus on bridging real-world assets with blockchain technology, Mantra has carved out a niche that aligns with the broader institutional adoption of crypto. Its partnerships with financial institutions and expansion into decentralized lending and asset management further bolster its long-term value. As the tokenization of assets continues to gain traction, Mantra could emerge as a key player in this evolving sector. TBOT, TBOT, is a lesser-known but exciting AI-driven project with strong fundamentals. Unlike many speculative altcoins, TBOT integrates artificial intelligence into blockchain technology to improve automation and efficiency in trading strategies. While riskier than some of the more established projects on this list, TBOT has the potential for massive upside in the next altcoin season, particularly if AI and blockchain continue to merge in innovative ways. Investors looking for a high-risk, high-reward opportunity should keep an eye on this project. It's easy to think altcoins will never recover, but history says otherwise. We've seen extreme bearish sentiment before, and every time it has marked the bottom before a massive rally. One key signal to watch is Bitcoin dominance. When it starts to fall, it typically indicates a rotation into altcoins. Another factor is market cycles. Every major bull run has been preceded by a period of disbelief and doubt, just like now. Additionally, regulatory clarity could be a catalyst. If favorable policies are implemented, it could trigger an institutional rush into altcoins. Finally, don't underestimate the power of new narratives. Innovations in AI, gaming, and real-world assets could drive the next big wave of adoption. Another crucial point is that market sentiment is cyclical. Just as fear and pessimism are at their peak now, the tides will inevitably turn. When capital floods back into crypto, those positioned in high-quality altcoins will see significant gains. As we move forward, keeping an eye on macroeconomic factors, investor sentiment, and new developments in blockchain technology will be crucial in predicting the next explosive growth phase for altcoins. The cryptocurrency market has always been a battlefield of emotions, euphoria at the highs and despair at the lows. Right now, we're in one of those moments where doubt reigns supreme, but history tells us that this is exactly when fortunes are made. Those who panic, sell, and exit the market now will likely regret it when the next altcoin season takes off. We've seen time and time again that Bitcoin dominance eventually fades, allowing altcoins to shine. With macroeconomic shifts, potential Federal Reserve pivots, and the gradual return of institutional capital, we could be on the verge of a monumental shift. The key is to stay patient, stay informed, and be ready to act when the tides turn. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most investors. While others focus on short-term price movements, you're looking at the bigger picture, the real opportunities that lie ahead. The altcoin market may be battered, but it is far from broken. The projects that innovate, solve real-world problems, and build strong communities will rise again, and those who position themselves now will reap the rewards. So, what's your move? Will you sit on the sidelines, or will you take advantage of one of the biggest opportunities in crypto history? The choice is yours. If you found this analysis valuable, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights as we navigate this exciting journey together.